All right, I think we're live. Hey guys, welcome to our Thursday live stream. I'm joined by Jory Goodman, the time teller. If you guys don't know who he is, a quick little shout out to him. Hey guys, welcome to our. That was me not muting the other window. So yeah, if you guys don't know who he is, you should. Link to his channel in the description below. Please go check him out. And also, today I'm shooting from my apartment. I actually took a sick day of work, so this live stream may not be the longest. I'm not feeling too great, but I didn't want to leave you or Jory hanging. How you doing, Jory?
I'm doing well, man. Unfortunately, I think I'm doing a little bit better than you, man. Do you have some Pedialyte with you?
Dude, I just I'm not even gonna be too graphic on what is wrong with me on air. Let's just say you don't want to be me or anywhere near a radius where you could smell my bathroom.
Oh my! All right, well, I'm glad we're talking via Google Hangout then.
Oh, let's give a shout out to everybody here. AJ, I do love you, you cheap bastard. Robert Dixon, Songasta, Rob C. Welcome, everybody. Today, by the way, Jory, I know I mentioned this to you. We're just going to hang out with the audience. We're going to, just answer their questions, just hang out with everybody and interact a little bit.
Heck yeah, man. That's fine with me.
Dude, Watch Doctor nailed it. He's like, Pedialyte. Good Lord. Cuba gastroenteritis? Yeah. Communist food does not mess around. But yeah, guys, so let's see what we got here. We got So Gangsta says, Rolex question. Given the 2017 Cellini Moon Phase calendar offering, do you think Rolex will come out with an Oyster version? Like I think he's asking if we'll see another Oyster case Moon Phase.
Like a 6062 or something, like an old or 6260 or whatever. That would be awesome. That reference is my grail. I think I'm misspeaking the reference number. It's a 6062 or a 6260, but that's the old moon phase Oyster. Beautiful, beautiful watch. Do I think they'll make another one? I doubt it, but man, that would be amazing.
I'll tell you this, I would love them to make another one, and they won't, but if they do, that thing is going to be the hardest to get watch this side of a steel Nautilus. It's going to put a steel Nautilus to shame with the waiting list times, at least I think.
Yeah, it would be amazing. I'd be interested to see what size they would make it. The Cellinis are all above 40 millimeters, I believe.
Oh, they got to do it in 36, brother. I'm a big guy, and even I know they got to do it in 36.
Right. That's originally what it was. I don't think they would ever again. And the issue with that is they are trying very hard to push the Cellini line. So they wouldn't introduce an Oyster to take away from that. But that's my take.
By the way, I almost forgot here. Bruno Golson says, wristwatch check. What are you wearing, man?
I am wearing a fully titanium Ocean Crawler Navigator. Very, very light piece. It's got a Salida. Really trick watch, actually. Enjoying it.
What's the brand?
Ocean Crawler.
It's one of the, because I know you review a few micro brands. Is it any good?
Right. Yeah, I really like it. Again, Salida. Let's see what else. I really like actually fully sapphire inlay on the bezel, and it kind of just flows into this slightly domed sapphire crystal. It looks pretty cool, man. And again, titanium. This is the only titanium watch I own. So
nice, man. That actually looks pretty good. I like the strap choice with the orange stitching.
Yeah, kind of like sailcloth, nautical blue and orange. Yeah, I'm digging it.
I'm actually gonna drop another honesty bomb. I'm wearing a PAM 111 that's got the wrong time on it, because up until 10 minutes ago, I was in bed because I'm sick. So I'm like, I gotta put something on. So the time's not even right on it. But PAM 111 for the live stream. Ooh, Jory, this is a good question, man. I'd like to get your take on this. Maybe you don't know, but I'm pretty sure you've heard. 1010 Talk, which is our good friend Adam, is another YouTuber, says, I'd pay whatever gets you a legit. I mean, have you heard of the Tudor GMT warranty issues, like the new Pepsi GMT, like the date issue that like all the dates are breaking?
Yeah, I've heard about this, and I've had people write to me asking me about it, and I'm not a big fan of that watch anyway, but it's not really an I told you so issue because I didn't expect this to happen.
No, in fact, I quite the opposite. I didn't expect it to happen, but the truth is, anytime a new movement comes out, like be it the Breitling B01, uh, Piaget's flyback chronograph movement, this Tudor, anytime a new movement comes out, there's no amount of testing they can do to catch all the bugs. Usually, they just use customers as beta testers, and I
Well,
mean,
yeah, because real world, like even when people have prototypes within the company, it's not actual real world usage, and so the only way they can see how it will perform under real world wear and tear is by unfortunately selling the first batch, and now we're seeing what's going on with these.
because that's how it works. I mean, they'll honor their warranty. Like you get it, it's a broken POS, you send it back. You know, they've got another 50 of them that they got back, or 50,000, however many it was. They'll figure out the common problem, and then they'll just quietly put a new part in all the broken watches.
Right. I mean, this happens with every product that comes to market in pretty much every market space. The test isn't, so much like if there's a defect in a new product, that is somewhat to be expected. The real test will be how they deal with this. So if they are clean and proactive and they are easy to work with, then all is good and I won't have anything to say about it. But if they're argumentative and if they're kind of resistant to this and they don't want to be forthcoming with what's going on, then I'll have an issue with this.
I mean, I'll tell you this, being Rolex, my experience is they're never going to publicly say, like, yep, the movement's got problems, but they will fix all of them. Like, I don't
Right.
expect them to reject any warranty claims. I also just don't expect them to admit any guilt.
Right. Well, as long as they're not resistant to this at all, then I guess we will all be good.
David Williams is in the house, Robert Padilla, and actually, buddy, there's actually a really good question for you.
Hmm.
I don't remember the gentleman's name because he asked it a little while ago, but I remember the question. Jory, what is your workout routine, man?
So okay, I get this question all the time on my channel because people talk about it. So I was a competitive powerlifter. For Feds viewers who don't know,
I didn't know that.
right. So I'm still in the weight room for about 2 hours, 5 days a week, and I do Brazilian jiu-jitsu 4 days a week for an hour and a half. But I have another channel, the Time Away channel, where I upload more of those questions. So if you guys, shameless plug for me, I hope you don't mind, Fed. If you guys want to talk more about that stuff, you can follow me over on the Time Away channel, and I actually post some stuff about my workouts.
All right, man. Actually, you're gonna have to help me out with that because I'm coming to the conclusion that I'm basically 30 years old and I'm grossly overweight and unhealthy. That's not a topic for this video, but you know what you're talking about in the gym and nutrition wise. So you're gonna hook a brother up later on.
Let's do it, dude. I'd be happy to, man.
Oh man, AJ Crete busting out the credit card, which doesn't happen often. I know AJ personally, by the way, guys, so I like to bust his chops. What are the cheaper alternatives to the Zenith Defy 21? Would you rather own that or a ceramic sub? By the way, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. What do you think, Jory?
I would rather own a sub, honestly, if I'm totally honest.
You really don't like that skeleton?
Yeah.
Zenith, huh?
Here's the deal. And this is common knowledge. I love Zenith. I think they make really, really, really cool watches. Not a huge skeleton watch guy. So between those two, and again, I have a 16800. Like it's not that I'm huge for ceramic subs. It's just that between those two specific watches, I would go for a sub.
I mean, I love my Hulk, but I'd probably go with the Zenith Defy 21 over like over a sub. The thing is like there's no good alternative to the Zenith to 521 because it's a chronograph with two hairsprings and a power reserve, and it's an El Primero. And you know what? The closest thing that looks like it, but is cheaper, and everybody's gonna rip me a new one for saying it, and you as well, Jory. I mean, Hublot Classic.
Oh no, I knew. Oh no, the second an H came out of your mouth, man, I knew it.
Hublot. Is it a good like alternative? No, it's not a good alternative. But he asked me what's the cheaper alternative, and like that's like the only one.
Oh my god.
I can't think of another.
No, you're accurate that if you're looking for an alternative, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
I mean, yeah, Justin Hill fed with the Hublot, like throw up face. Yeah, I know. I'm not telling you to get it instead. I just don't know what else the alternative.
Right. Yeah.
Or actually, if he wants an alternative to a sub, we can also go with your other favorite brand and get him an Invicta Pro Diver.
Oh man, let's just clear this up right here, guys. If you honestly want a sub homage, just go for a Steinhardt. Like, I'm not into homages, but like if you have to spend some more money and get a Steinhardt, do not get a Pro Diver, guys.
I'm gonna agree with that, and people know there's no love lost between me and Steinhardt. I find them to be a completely unoriginal company. However,
yeah, I agree with you, but if you're gonna go, like, that's what homages are, though. And if you want a sub homage, if you need that design, but you don't want to spend that money or you're unable to spend that money, like, at least put your money towards a decently made watch.
That's my point. At least Steinhardt. I mean, I don't have much experience with Invicta. I don't know. I know what I've heard and what I've read, but I can tell you Steinhardts are decently well made for the price. So at least they've got that.
Right. Yeah.
And of course, Horology Blog says just say Seamaster. Yeah. I mean, but that's not an homage, right? That's right. A total alternative. Michael Chatter. Fed, would you wear a Brooks Brothers watch? I've seen positive reviews. They feature Seiko movements. No, I wouldn't. I mean, Ralph Lauren made true luxury watches in collaboration with Piaget, JLC, and Cartier. But Brooks Brothers is just gonna have that horrible, like, stamped leather and those shiny two-piece Chinese cases. I don't have any experience with them, so this is all just conjecture. But I probably wouldn't. What do you think, Jordy?
No, never. I would never.
Yeah, none of that. Let's see, guys. Ask me some questions here. You're like overly quiet today. Oh no! Someone brought it up. Jerry Nachamkin. Hey, Jory, what do you think about Gino?
Oh yeah, they make a solid watch too, but like, I think my issue, they're kind of doing the whole USA branding thing as well. And like, I don't like you using that as a selling point unless it is like fully made in America. So that just kind of bothers me. But they make a solid watch.
Didn't they get caught? And please, if anybody from Gino's watching, because I know they do watch a few of my videos. I'm not accusing them of anything. This is just a real question because I don't know if I'm getting them mixed up. Were they caught using like Chinese movements?
I don't know anything about that, but I know, or I suspect, they are not fully made in America. But yeah.
Guys, to be honest with you, I don't really have an opinion on Gino. I mean, I can tell you I don't love homages, but I can't give you an opinion on something I genuinely don't know anything about.
1010 Talk says they use Chinese clone of an ETA.
All right, yeah, okay, but 1010 Talk, do they claim it's an ETA or do they tell you it's a Chinese clone?
He says apparently they were passing it off as an ETA.
Oh, then excuse my language, but fuck them in the ass. No, don't. I mean, if that is true, that is like the cardinal sin of me hating your brand forever.
Right.
If that is true. Horology Blog. Fed, would you advise putting $20,000 or pounds, I'm not sure, towards an FP Journe, or is it better to save towards 2019 Patex and Rolex? Horology blog, if you're asking me about value, like you want to buy something, flip it, and make money, then only the limited edition FP Journes are comparable to most Pateks and Rolexes. But if you're asking me, if you give me that money, what I would do, dude, Journe all day long by a country mile.
I think they're very, very different kinds of watches. Like, for instance, I get a lot of people in my DMs asking me to help them pick between like 3 or 4 watches sometimes, and they're all very, very different. And maybe some Pateks could be like comparable to some Journes, but like I think they're very different watches, Patek, FP Journe, and Rolex. So it comes down to what you want. So I'm not going to give you any recommendations there.
What would you pick? If I give you 20 grand right now, wire transfer, what would you take?
Dude, I would honestly save it and put it towards a Patrimony Traditionnel from VC, but that's just me.
Okay, if you were going to say Grand Seiko, I was going to end the stream right now. And no hate for Grand Seiko. I'm just making fun of Jory here. But if you would have said that, we would have had words after.
But you don't agree with my choice? I mean, come on.
No, the Patrimony Traditionnel, I absolutely do agree with your choice.
Yeah, that would be what I use that money towards.
But I'll tell you what, dude, if you go gray market and you want a time only Traditionnel, I'll send you 20 grand. You can buy one for 14 and put 6 in your pocket.
Crazy, man. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do it.
Ooh, what else we got here, guys? Why? Oh, do you know Nomos, Jory?
Yes.
So Nolan Reed asks, why does nobody love the Nomos Ludwig? Is there something weird about the styling that I'm not noticing? Yeah, the Ludwig, I mean, I'm going to give you my opinion first, and I'll let Jory go. The Ludwig is the second worst seller after the Tetra. And I just think it's a little sterile with the very Germanic case and like the elongated Roman numerals. For me, I like the club. I like a little bit of color. That's my Nomos if I had to pick one.
Right. So, okay, people write to me all the time and they're like, why don't you ever recommend any Bauhaus watches? Different strokes for different folks, man. I'm not a huge Fed actually used the perfect word that I use all the time when describing Nomos. They're too sterile. Bauhaus, some of the appeal of Bauhaus design is that it's very clean and sterile and straight lines. That's not something I'm typically into. The Ludwig, again, I think certain watches do Roman numerals quite well and some don't. I actually don't mind the Roman numerals on that watch. But that's the one with the very, very thin, straight blue hands. And it's just, I don't know. It's too sterile for me.
Oh, dude, someone caught me here. AJ just sent me a message on Facebook, and he's like, dude, are you getting high on a live stream? And no, guys, I'm in between, like when Jory's on screen, I quit smoking, so I'm just vaping, not getting high. Just figured I'd clarify that for everybody. I wish I could smoke pot. To be honest, it gives me killer paranoia.
I've never done it.
I mean, high school, but like, I just can't. I wish I could, but I can't.
It blows people's minds. I've never done it in my life.
You look like you would, though.
I think I get that a lot. Yeah, never got into it.
It's the California thing. Let's see.
Can I answer a question?
Yeah, dude, please. I've been.
So Hung Wen asks, Jory, and Fed, you can answer this too. Obviously, it's your stream. You haven't gotten into Damasco. The Damasco aesthetic, purpose, and brand seems perfect for you. Well, they make great, well-finished watches with incredible tolerances, super impressive watches. I don't know if you guys know him on Instagram, Watch PJK. I actually grew up with him throughout middle school and high school. He's very prominent on the Instagram watch community. He has a Damasco. I've looked at it. It's great watch. I haven't seen one personally that I am like super drawn to, but they make great pieces.
Can I give you like an unpopular opinion on Damasco, and then you can just let me know what you think, like
Go for it.
objectively. Like if I'm being an ass, will you let me know?
Absolutely.
All right. So here's my problem with Damasco. Like I make videos sometimes, list videos like the top 5 toughest watches or like watches for the end of the world, stuff like that. And I bring up like things like the Breitling Emergency, like because I mainly talk about luxury watches. So I bring those up, and always there's someone in the comments. It's like, dude, you left out Damasco. And like what I think is like, yeah, I know they're made very well. I know their engineering is great. I know their tolerances are fantastic, but I think they're so well praised because they're so good for the money. But I really don't think a Damasco is tougher than a Rolex Submariner by any stretch. Is it $7 grand cheaper? Sure it is. And is it $7 grand less tough? Absolutely not. But I think they're praised because what you get for the money. But I really don't think Damasco is like one of the toughest watches in the world. That's what I think. I mean, I'd love to know what you think, if I'm completely wrong with that.
No, I mean, I haven't ever heard that claim. I don't have people regularly writing to me saying that, claiming Damasco is the toughest watch in the world. What I would say is they make a really tough watch and they're affordable. So like, are they the toughest watch in the world? No. The Seiko Tuna is. All right, let's make that clear. But yeah, I haven't had anybody in my inbox telling me I'm stupid for not picking a Damasco.
By the way, I am going to tell you something a lot of your viewers are telling you because it just came up in the comments. When are you going to change that damn battery on the wall clock?
Okay, this is the funniest thing, dude. I do this on purpose now. Like, this is part of the brand. All right, in all my videos, I have the lapel mic with that fuzzy windscreen on it. And like it started off as like I was too lazy to take it off, but then more people started commenting and making jokes. And now like that's kind of like an inside joke with the channel. And now you only ever see this on the live streams. You never see it in my videos. And that's become like an inside joke. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to change it now. What's the fun in that?
It's because the more it's like you're being contrarian. The more they tell you, the more you're like, screw it, you're going to deal with it.
You're not my mom. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. Ooh, this is a good one. And I guess this might be the last question for the stream. Well, actually, there's going to be one more because I've got a great story. So Jory, what do you think of the new Omega Seamaster 300, the one that was just released with the wave?
Right.
I know we've talked about it, but someone's asking.
So everyone's freaking out about this. I am okay. I'm happy to see them bring back the wave dial, but I'm not chomping at the bit to go ahead and pick this one up. I'm glad they brought back the wave dial, though. I think it looks cool.
I actually think it's hideous, the new wave dial.
It's not as well done as the other ones, for sure.
All right, then there's this, and guys, I'm giving you a warning. What I'm going to say now, because there's a question that says, "What is my most Adam Fialco, Fed? What is my most awkward boutique story for my career?" Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not safe for work. There's going to be a little cussing in this one, so you may want to, screw the demonetization, but you may want to lower the volume if you're watching publicly or something like that. But Jory, I don't think I told you this. I'm going to leave the dealer out of it because I wasn't working for this dealer, right? Mm-hmm. I was just walking. It was a story that kind of became infamous in New York between like all the watch sales associates. So essentially, it was really snowing on Fifth Avenue or Madison Avenue. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, so you don't know the dealer. It was really, really snowing, and there's this boutique, and it's owned. The general manager or the owner is an older gentleman. I mean, he's like a 80-year-old guy. I mean, he's just a grumpy dude. Everybody knows this guy's just a grumpy dude. Always like not smiling, looking over his workers' shoulders. And what this guy used to do is he used to sit in the back of the boutique, so off the sales floor, but he could see the sales floor. And he would just kind of sit there in a chair, 90-year-old fat dude, and he would just kind of look like he was in coma, right? Like customers used to walk in, like it didn't look good, like his workers hated it, but he used to just sit there and observe. And it was snowing, and like no one was walking in the boutique, no one at all. And this woman happens to walk in, and she's walking around. It's a small little boutique, and she doesn't know anything about watches, so she asks, "Oh, that's pretty. Can you tell me about that?" And the guy takes, not the old guy, but the sales associate takes out and explains. And she's like, "Oh, that one's pretty too. Can you tell me about that?" And this goes on for like 35 minutes, right? She's not asking prices. She's just, "Oh, that's pretty. Can you tell me about that?" And all of a sudden, this guy who's in a coma in the corner just lifts up his head and he says, "Hey, lady, did you just come in here to warm your cunt?"
Oh my
And
god.
like she freaks out and runs out the door. And dude, I kid you not, like if you've worked in the watch industry in New York, you know this story because this guy is notorious. I know that was a little long-winded, but like that is probably the stupidest boutique story I've ever heard. It's ever happened during my career. "Hey,
Talk
lady,
about-
did you just come in here to warm your cunt?" That's customer service.
Oh my god. Kyle K. Kyle K's comment.
What
Was
is
it warm? Did anyone check? Oh my god.
Anyway, guys, I know today was a little unstructured and a little bit more rambly, but I was sick today. I'm not at the office. Jory was a good sport, and he came on with me. So thank you so much for watching. Please go to subscribe to the Time Teller, link in the description below, and his other channel. Is that a Time Away, Jory? Is that what it's called?
Time Away. Yeah. Thank you, Fed. Thank you.
Time Away. Go check that out as well, where he talks about not necessarily watch stuff. Anything you want to put in there, Jory?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Fed, and everyone. Wish Fed well. Feel better, buddy.
Oh, I got that Pedialyte. All right, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around and take care.